Hi guys, CNC Woodworker here with you. Well, I've gone ahead and bit the bullet and started cutting my plastic pieces. I'm hoping I have no internet failures or any weird occurrences happening here. This plastic's not cheap. Hopefully it's going to come out all right. We'll let you know here in a little bit. It started cutting. It's making a mess like it does with the wood, just bigger chips. First time I've cut plastic, so we will see how it goes. Be back with you here in a little bit. Well, so far so good. It's cut the bottom plate, the bottom side of the bottom plate. Well, we cut the bottom plate all the way through, actually. That's all the carving needs to do on it. It's now carving the top side of the top plate, and when that's done, I need to take and flip that over 180 degrees and carve the 4 magnet holes in the bottom side of the top plate. But right now everything looks like it's going fine, so we'll come back when I flip it over and see how it works. Be back with you shortly. Okay fellas, a little hiccup here. On the screen there you can see I've got the little tab on the side that I made. Well, I forgot to put that in the original drawing. And what has happened, let me pan over here. What has happened when it was cutting that piece, you can see here it didn't cut the tab in the edge, so I flipped it over and moved it around, and I'm going to recut it, and I'm hoping that all I have to do is realign it on that lower corner and tell it to go. We'll let you know in a minute if it worked or not. Okay guys, it looks like it's cutting correctly, at least what I wanted to cut now. Hopefully when I flip this piece over to carve out the magnet holes on this bottom side of this top piece, I'll have it in the correct orientation. I'll let you know when I do it, but right now it looks like everything's working just fine, so we'll let it continue to carve, and we'll be back with you when it's finished. Okay, looks like that piece carved successfully. So now what I need to do is take and flip this thing over 180 degrees and hope that everything's lined up, so when let me pan around here. When I tell it to cut these 4 holes on this side, everything will be lined up. Hopefully it will. And if it isn't, well, I don't know what I'll do. Right now I think it is, because it worked when I did the plywood piece, so everything should work the same in the plastic. So I will be back shortly. Well guys, all things considered, it came out pretty good. I had one little mistake here on this piece when I flipped it over. I told you I had to flip it over. I got it about 1 millimeter or so, maybe 2 millimeters too far to the left and about 2 millimeters too far down. So consequently, when it cut these holes here for these magnets, they kind of cut off the edge of the piece. But hey, you know, that's all right. I can still epoxy those in there and glue those in, and they're still made up. Everything else matches up. See, there's the top side of it is clear. You can't really tell anything here. There's the bottom side. All I got to do now is put the fence in it, glue it in, and everything will be okay. Uh-oh, did I mess up? I certainly did. Well, everything's not okay. Magnet to magnet. Well, dadgummit. Fortunately, I got enough plastic to redo this piece. I carved this on the wrong side. Can you believe it? Well, live and learn. I didn't notice that on the wooden piece, and well, I didn't carve this on the wrong side. I carved the magnet holes on the wrong side. Well, dadgummit. Well, tomorrow's another day. At least this piece is good. I'll go out and I'll drill a little hole through here and put a little bolt in there, and when I put it on the machine I'll tighten that up, and that'll tighten it up and hold it to the router. Well, that's disgusting. Maybe I can just try carving those, well no, I can't do that either. Well, I'll have to redo this one piece, unfortunately. But hey, live and learn. Okay guys, that was a waste of time, effort, and money. I carved this on the wrong side here. It should have been carved on this side, or my magnet hole should have been carved on this side, one or the other. So that's no good. So I thought, well, I'd try something else. Well, I went to try to fit my magnets in these holes where it carved in this plastic. Now when I carved it into plywood, it carved them just perfectly. When I carved it into plastic, well, none of the magnets fit in any of this plastic. So plastic is trash. It's going into the trash. I'm through with the plastic. Plan 2 is I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to my wooden, make me a wooden one that's removable, and live with it. It's just not worth the hassle. So if I'm going to get a dust shoe, it's going to be a wooden dust shoe. So much for that experiment. I don't know if some of you other folks have cut plastic, but I had this 12-inch piece of plastic, and by the time I got through chewing it up, there's not enough big enough piece left to correct the other one that's wrong. So wooden dust shoe, here you come. What I'll do is I'll take this out to my joiner, or my thickness planer, and plane this down, and at least plane one of them down a little bit so it won't be so thick. 'Cause right now it's like 3/4. It's like 1.5 inches or over 1 inch, and I don't want that. So I'll try and take that top piece and cut it down to about half its thickness. I don't see how I can cut this one down without losing something here. So at any rate, that's where we are. I have more wood. I can buy thinner wood and recut this in wood in a thinner piece. I might do that, but a little disappointed in myself not catching that until the product was finished. I chopped up a $20-something piece of plastic that is going in the garbage. So there you go, live and learn. But I was surprised when I tried to fit my magnets in the magnet holes. It did not carve in that. I don't know if it moved in that plastic or what, but it did not carve right. So back to square one. I think I'll go up and buy me a piece of this is supposed to be 1/2 inch, and it's too thick. Maybe I'll get a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch and see what I can do with that. But Sail RV, talk to you later. Have a good day, and remember, when everything else goes wrong, enjoy your carving. Talk to you later.